Bro, let's go shopping. Are these the words you often hear? Well, I do. My office is right opposite Phoenix, and my colleagues never fail to try their luck. So the moment we get message from our subscribed brands, our mind starts bombarding plethora of ideas of how to grab the most trendy stuff in the least price. After thinking about this strategy, I realized that none of us actually need anything. And the ultimate desire to shop is the sale, which is which drives us to go and get things which we actually don't need. And the goal is to fill our wardrobes with as much clothes in as little investment. But then I was like, what's wrong in that? Isn't that the aspect of human tendency? But I can prove you it's not. Let's ask Ankita about it. Ankita, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Gandhi.
Let's play a rapid fire fast. Fridge in favorite color or a durable one?
A durable one.
Scandinavian delicate chair or a teakwood chair?
A teakwood chair.
Nicobar or H&M?
H&M, always.
A bedsheet with good looks or great quality and feel?
Great quality and feel.
Thank you so much, Ankita.
Thank you, Gandhi.
Here, we all saw that when it comes to anything other than clothes, quality and durability is what we care about. While it is exact opposite when it comes to clothes. All we think about is cheap. We are the generation who strongly believe in fast fashion, which is basically a tool which encourages the production of clothing where quality and durability is pushed away. And it favors clothing which meets the trend of the season but goes out of vogue much before your next birthday comes. Let's just get into some stats for a better understanding. To know 10,000 liters, that is almost as much water as a human can drink in 3 years, is what it takes to make one 300 rupees H&M t-shirt. On an average, 85% of all the textile go to dump each year. People bought 60% more garment in 2014 than in 2000, and Zara launched 24 collection in a year, which was only 2 collection in 2000. I don't know if our clothes fading out or turning old is the reason, or the term called necessity is replaced by social status. The Aral River in Uzbekistan is dried up in 50 years because of the cotton farming. Washing clothes, especially polyester, generates 500 tons of microfiber. And we were thinking that carrying a fancy water bottle is what all we need to save the earth. Now is the time that everybody has abundance of the information. We are very well aware of what's happening and belong to a very modern psychology, but still hold that orthodox thinking of, how does it matter to me? I am a single individual. How can I change the world? But trust me, you can. Especially a group of Toastmasters who can inspire masses. Here I have pointed out some small points which you all can take care next time when you shop, and it will take you out of the guilt. First, whenever you shop, make sure you know what exactly you want. That will let you know if it is a necessity or leisure. Take durability and versatility as your topmost priority. Your clothes should contain less elastic, which ensure that it is more durable. Avoid polyester because it is estimated to be present in 60% of garment and responsible for 35% of ocean pollution. Whenever you are buying, make sure that you know what are you going to do with it when it wear off. I know that everybody is not artistic, but they can have friends who are artistic. I know, and then beg, borrow, and lend. Whenever you get bored of your clothes or you want a particular thing to just wear one time, then please do not throw it or buy it. Borrow it from your friends or lend it to your friends. Try buying locally produced commodities. It won't just only boost the local business, but it will also decrease the fuel cost of transporting. Buy handloom. It not just give local employment, but as they barely use artificial colors, it avoids water pollution which is caused by the color chemicals. I know that it's a lot to ask for in the world where our social status is measured with the brands we wear and the amount of clothes we have. But here, I will tell you a very small story about the importance of taking baby steps, which leads to a bigger accomplishment. When we those small baby steps can be asking your delivery guy if the food packaging is recyclable or not, taking pool instead of a solo ride. We all know Sudha Murthy, and she inspires me in lot many ways. She once went, I tell you a very small story about her. She once went to Banaras because she wanted to take the holy dip in River Ganga. When she was a kid, her granny told her that whenever in life you get a chance to take a dip, make sure you sacrifice on a particular dear thing of yours. While taking the dip, all she could think of was a Banarsi sari, which she was planning the next day. And she decided to give that thing away from her life. And from that day, she has not bought a single sari. All she wears is gifted, and that too limited. So if she can do that, then why can't we? Why do we naturally respect Tata's more than Ambani, Dhoni more than Kohli, Coco Chanel much more than Dior because she broke the trend of body-hurting Dior corsets by introducing a comfortable dressing for women? The commonality of all is they took responsibility of building their relationship with masses. We often hear people putting efforts these days to build a relationship with their mother, spouse, girlfriend, father. I'm asking you, dear MTMers, when will we build relationship with our mother earth, and when will we buy for necessity, not for sale? Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster